we are calling the Health and Human Services Committee meeting to order. It is 9:02, October the 5th. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes. Alderman Vollmer,
Present.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Schweitzer, Alderwoman Sanier,
Present.
Chair Boyd,
Present.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Schweitzer. We have 3 present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, could we get approval of our minutes, please? Previous minutes.
Those minutes are from Thursday, August 17, 2023.
Okay, we need approval of minutes from August 17th, 2023.
So moved.
Thank you.
So that was moved by 5 and seconded by 7.
Yes.
Alderman Vollmer,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Schweitzer, Alderwoman Sanier,
Aye.
Chair Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Schweitzer. We have 3 aye votes.
Okay, next on our agenda, Ms. Orr, would you help me because my printer has went on the blink?
Yes, ma'am. Next on the agenda is item number 1, Board Bill number 98, introduced by Alderwoman Pamela Boyd.
Okay, thank you. Board Bill, could you read the introduction of that, please?
Yes. Board Bill number 98, introduced by Alderwoman Pamela Boyd. An ordinance recommended by the Board of Estimate and Apportionment, authorizing the Department of Health to accept a 5-year opioid data to action, OD2A 5-year. That's what it is in parentheses. Grant award of up to $103,292 from the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services for the grant purpose of providing services to people who use drugs, literacy program, and harm reduction, appropriating such funds to the Department of Health, authorizing the expenditure of such funds to fulfill the obligations of said grant to the extent such funds are received, authorizing contracts and other documents to expend such funds to the extent received, and containing an emergency clause.
Thank you. And I apologize. I should have turned it over to my vice chair for him to let me introduce the bill. And so I was moving pretty fast. Usually he's on top of that, but he hasn't waken up yet. So that's fine.
It's all fine.
It is.
You can turn it over once the introduction is over. That's legal. You haven't done anything wrong.
All right. So I'll turn it over to the vice chair.
All right, we have speakers on this, I believe, today. I see Mr. Schmidt, Dr. Julie Gary. If you have a choice, please, Mr. Schmidt, please go first. You have your hand raised.
Yeah, my hand's raised to be sworn in as the chair is asked.
Well, we're going to do that. I was just making sure there's no one else I'm missing. That you two are lined up to speak. And then we'll take it. Aura, please swear in our speakers.
Yes. Do you affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you.
All right, thank both of you. Do you have a protocol of who you'd like to go first?
Well, Dr. Gary is here because she's the chair of the Behavioral Health Bureau. And so she will let me know if I misspeak. And also she's here to kind of answer questions that might come from the committee in terms of more specifics about this particular grant. As you know, there's an overdose crisis in this country. We are fortunate enough to be the potential recipient should you see fit to approve this Board Bill 98 for a 5-year grant, the first year being $103,292. That's all that they have said that we will get thus far, but we anticipate that it would be a 5-year grant that would have similar amounts over the next 4 years beyond that. So the basic background on this is that it will allow for the development of a behavioral health literacy plan so that we are speaking in a language that is helpful to the community without some of the acronyms and the other jargon that is often comes from government, as you well know. That would be co-developed with community and a Department of Health intern. And then 50 naloxone distribution boxes. Naloxone is very helpful in terms of resurrecting folks once they have an overdose with an opioid-based poison, I will say that. And program supplies, very importantly, for a behavioral health town hall and summit with 3 to 5 contracts also to improve linkage to behavioral health care. Dr. Julie Gary is here as well to talk a little bit more about that if she would like, if that's okay with you, Mr. Vice Chair.
That is fine. If you have concluded your presentation, we will move on to Dr. Gary. Please proceed, Doctor.
Good morning. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys on the activities we're doing so far and how they roll into this potential grant opportunity. So we have a few areas that we're currently working in. We have linkage to care, where we link about 30 people a week or 30 people a month to care, like walk-ins, call-ins, things like that. And it's everything from I'm ready to start substance abuse treatment to
I'm sorry, Miss
Yeah,
Gary.
something happened to your microphone.
Doctor, your mic has been compromised. You're barely there. It's like your volume got turned up.
What about now?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm muted and unmuted. So, nothing too complicated. Okay, so I'll start over. So we have a few categories that we're working in right now, just so you can understand kind of how the current work we're doing is going to roll into some of the grant funding that we hope to be receiving down the line here. So we work in linkage to care. So those are walk-ins, people reaching out to us on social media, email, call-ins, about, hey, I'm ready to start drug treatment, or one of my family members is struggling. Can you connect them to a resource? We do outreach in the community. So our goal is to be at 2 community events a week. Most weeks we're at 4 or 5. I have a team of 13, so sometimes we split up. This week, for example, we were at National Night Out, handing out Narcan, educating the community. So that Narcan program is going to also be transitioning to do a pilot at the libraries here shortly. And I'll also be setting up meetings with some of the aldermen or all of the aldermen, but I have a priority of 5 kind of going into the end of this year to talk about Narcan, to talk about their neighborhoods, wards, and how we can support them better. And then we also do education and training. So yesterday we had a meeting with the St. Louis Public Schools about launching an education program with them from elementary school through high school around everything from just basic mental health, self-care, to substance use, Narcan training, and things like that. So those are some of the programs that we currently have going on. In addition to a criminal justice team that just launched, we work with the Office of Violence Prevention. We're on the crisis response leadership team. So we have people working kind of across the gamut when it comes to behavioral health.
All right. With that conclusion of presentation, I will take any questions. Alderwoman Saunier, any questions of either speaker?
I don't have any questions. Just thank you all for this, the work that you're doing. Thank you, Alderwoman Boyd, for bringing it forward. And Madam Clerk, may you please add me as co-sponsor?
Will do.
Thank you.
All right. I'm sure that the Alderwoman Boyd has no questions of either, do you?
No.
Or do you? Okay.
No, I don't have any questions.
All right. Aura, please add me as a co-sponsor also. And with hearing no further questions or presentations, I will entertain a motion to pass out this board bill with a full due pass recommendation.
So moved.
Second,
All right.
God bless you.
Please call
Alderman
the roll.
Balmer,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Schweitzer, Alderwoman Saunier,
Aye.
Chair Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Schweitzer. We have 3 aye votes.
All right, by your vote, we have passed out the board bill with a do pass recommendation. We will proceed to the next one. Aura, please read the introduction.
Board Bill number 99, introduced by Alderwoman Pamela Boyd. An ordinance recommended by the Board of Estimate and Apportionment authorizing the Department of Health to accept a public health infrastructure grant award of up to $621,818 from the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services for the purpose of investing in public health infrastructure, appropriating such funds to the Department of Health, authorizing the expenditure of such funds to fulfill the obligation of said grant to the extent such funds are received, authorizing contracts and other documents to expend such funds to the extent received, and containing an emergency clause.
All right, thank you very much, Aura. Mr. Schmidt, would you like to proceed? Same as last time, I'm guessing?
Yes, thank you. And we've been previously sworn in, so we still affirm
That is
that we're
correct.
telling the truth. So on Board Bill 99, this may seem like a lot of money, but it's over 5 years. And it will allow us to finally have someone internally who will help with regard to employ an employee for education and engagement, a coordinator for that. As you heard earlier from Dr. Gary, and that's only one of the bureaus. Obviously, we need to do a lot of engagement because public health is about engaging with the public, but we need some better coordination of that and working together. So that would be over 5 years, as well as greater opportunities for professionalization of the team, the staff over here at the Department of Health, for training opportunities, conferences. Also, a provision for staff wellness. You may expect that over the last few years, and we are still within the grip of COVID, it is morphed into yet another phase, another stage, and yet many of the staff have been on the front lines of that. And so there will be major efforts for staff wellness as well. Communication technology, which will work in tandem with our new education and engagement coordinator to have better communication with partners as well as with community themselves. So that would be what we would use those monies for. As you probably know, public health in Missouri is one of the least funded. Missouri is one of the least funded as far as public health goes in this nation. So we could really use this money to help us in our endeavors. Thank you. And if Dr. Gary has anything to add, particularly on the wellness side of things, I told her yesterday how I felt about it. And you may not want to say exactly what I said about that, but yeah, it's much needed. Yeah.
All right,
much
thank you
needed.
very much, Mr. Schmidt. Dr.
Thank
Gary,
you.
you may proceed.
Yes, so I just want to expand on the wellness piece a little bit. So we are going to be doing some kind of self-care, reading yourself, knowing how to screen yourself in terms of your mood, your stress level, and coaching our teams on some coping skills. We'll also be doing a citywide training related to this later on this year that will include some of the behavioral health components I spoke about previously, but also focusing on this wellness piece because, departments across the city are short-staffed and just have a high volume of work. And so we want to make sure from a behavioral health perspective that they understand how important it is that they prioritize their own health and that they have some coping skills that we provide them to use on the days that they read themselves and know that they're not in optimal mental health. So that's all I've got.
All right, thank both of you very much. Any questions, Alderwoman Saunier?
No questions. Thank you again for y'all's work. And Madam Clerk, may you please add me as co-sponsor?
Noted.
All right, and I'm sure the sponsor has no questions. Or you may add me as a co-sponsor also. And
Noted.
with that, I will entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill 99 with a do pass recommendation.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Aura, please call the roll.
Alderman Vollmer,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Switzer, Alderwoman Tanya,
Aye.
Chair Boyd,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Switzer. We have 3 aye votes.
All right, by your vote, you have passed out Board Bill 99 to the full board with a do pass recommendation. I thank you very much. You two are excused. You can leave the fun here.
Thank you very much for your very efficient committee. Appreciate it
No
much.
worries, no worries.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a great day.
At this point, I believe I can turn the chair back over to Alderwoman Boyd. This is your baby now.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I wanted to excuse, we have two, gonna say residents. We have two,
Tyus and Switzer?
yes, we have 2 older people need to be excused. Do we have any announcements?
We have none. I didn't see any on here.
Okay. And so we will call the meeting, I need a motion to close the meeting.
Motion to adjourn?
Yep.
Second.
All right. Thank you all very much.